Seriously, look how big it is. I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
From distant voices that seem to bend the rules of sound to echoes that arrive where no one should be standing, these recordings capture moments in the wilderness that leave even experienced explorers questioning what they heard. Each clip pulls you deeper into an environment where nature no longer behaves as expected. A child played quietly with his toys, completely unaware of what was about to happen. At first, the doll sat normally, facing forward, but when the lights went out, its eyes seemed to find the child, locking onto him with an unnatural stare.
Hola chicos, hoy vamos a jugar al pato ganso. ¿Ok? Empezamos.
Falta alguien.
Pato. ¡Pinche muñeca!
¿Cuál? ¿Qué, Gustavo?
Me volteó a ver la cámara. Tenía los ojos primero para arriba y cuando empecé a grabar, como que volteó los ojos para arriba.
What makes this even more unsettling is that the doll's eyes weren't the kind that move. They were painted on, so how could they suddenly seem to follow him as if they had a life of their own? What do you think? Was this just a trick of the mind or something far more sinister? Could the doll really be haunted or even possessed by a ghost or a djinn? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. The green anaconda, Unexplained murinus, is the world's heaviest snake, perfectly adapted to South America's swamps and slow rivers. Its olive green skin with dark splotches blends into murky waters, while eyes and nostrils, on top of its head, let it stay almost fully submerged. On land, it's slow, but in water, it becomes a stealthy predator, ambushing prey from capybaras to caiman, even jaguars. In this chilling video, one is caught on camera, its unusually long body and textured scales captured in striking detail. It slithers down from the edge of an elevated riverbank, revealing a sinister, almost otherworldly presence. A woman living across from a cemetery woke in the middle of the night to strange noises outside. When she looked out her window, she saw a mysterious figure moving among the tombstones and quickly started recording. The video has since gone viral, sparking heated debate online. Some claim it's a werewolf, others think it could be a ghost or shadowy entity, and a few suggest it might be something completely unknown. This chilling footage uploaded on Instagram made many feel extremely unsettled, and soon we'll get to see why. On January 21st of 2026, a man posted a video of him going around his house trying to look for something. Everything seemed normal at first. The classical music fills up the quiet atmosphere, and the dark night sky peacefully turns the outside of his home into a quiet and serene scenery, perfect for relaxation and rest. But something didn't seem quite right. The footage lasts about 16 seconds long, but it was already enough to capture the horror that happened that evening. The man abruptly got up from his chair and began to walk around his house. Did you see it? Let's play the footage again, this time slowed down a bit so you can get a better look at it. I want you to carefully look at the chair located at the left as he nears the entrance of the next room of his at the end of the video. This absolutely scared the man recording, and netizens all shared the same reactions and comments talking about what that thing was behind the man's chair and what it was doing. Even worse is the fact that thing could have been already inside this man's home for a very long time, and haven't not been for the footage, he would have never discovered it. So what do you think this creature might have been? Do you think it was some kind of spirit or paranormal entity? Or perhaps it was a demon that appeared in this man's home? Late one night in a small hospital in Argentina, Javier sat quietly in the waiting area, keeping watch over someone he loved. Outside, his car sat under the dim parking lights until something impossible appeared. In the driver's seat, a shadowy, almost translucent figure, human-like but unreal, sat perfectly still. At first, Javier thought it was a trick of the light, but then it moved.
Estamos en este momento en el microhospital, escuchamos un golpe y nos dimos vuelta porque dijimos, bueno, ¿quién está entrando? Cuestión de que no hay nadie atrás nuestro. Y miramos dentro del auto y dijimos, oh, pues el auto, qué mierda es. Lo peor de todo es que no queremos salir. Un miedo, la puta madre. Lo peor de todo es que se mueve adentro del auto y no hay nadie. O sea, ahora vamos a ir a controlar el auto. Pero parece como si fuese un reflejo. La puta madre. No, huevo. A ver.
Panicked, Javier ran outside, opened the doors, turned on the lights, even filmed the inside, but found nothing. The car was empty, the parking lot was deserted. But as soon as he went back inside and looked again, the figure was right there, sitting exactly where it had been, unmoving, almost waiting.
Ya, salimos rápido para que vean que no es mentira. Mamá, la piel de gallina, hermano. Piel de gallina. Cagazo. Nadie. Yeah. Nadie. Un montón. Es un montón. Mierda. Y encima nos mira, la puta que te parió. No, chavo. No. Desapareció. La concha.
From 0 minutes to 0 minutes and 36 seconds, a gray alien was captured on a security camera inside a US apartment. It moves through the room with an eerie, almost otherworldly presence, gliding and pacing in ways that don't match normal human movement. Off the coast, under a massive oil rig, something strange was caught on. A huge, shadowy form moved through the depths, far larger than any normal fish. Some say it could be a sea monster, but experts warn it might just be a deep-sea jellyfish, a giant squid, or even an oarfish, all creatures that look otherworldly in the dark water. the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization has been tracking yet another reported Bigfoot sighting in the Provo area. Locals claim to have seen a massive humanoid figure moving through the trees, leaving deep footprints and broken branches in its path. Some experts, however, remain skeptical. They suggest these sightings could be misidentified wildlife, such as bears or even hoaxes. Still, the organization continues its investigation, collecting reports, tracking footprints, and analyzing evidence, leaving viewers to wonder whether this elusive creature is really roaming the mountains, or if it's just our imagination running wild.
Seriously, look how big it is. I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
It was a bluebird January morning here in the foothills of northeast Provo when a group of guys saw a figure on the mountain that looked like something they've never seen before.
You can't just see something that's maybe a once-in-a-century discovery and go do your 9-to-5 job. You got to go look for fur or footprints or some kind of evidence.
And the camera was rolling as Austin took to the mountain with a buddy on a search for the elusive Bigfoot.
So I'm seeing something that is not deer tracks anymore. We're trying to determine what it is.
Their findings were inconclusive.
Was it a bear? Maybe. That's plausible. Was it a person? Also plausible. Was it something else? I think that's also plausible. Who knows?
On the other hand, I spoke to a curator from the Natural History Museum of Utah who says not only is that figure in the video not Sasquatch, but it's safe to say that Sasquatch is not something that would even exist.
What's the likelihood that there are big animals that have gone undetected by scientists and by trained observers?
Dr. Eric Rickard has spent much of his career exploring places people have never gone before in search of new species. So far, no Bigfoot or anything like it.
There are lots of undiscovered things, particularly in the natural world. But they don't take the form of giant apes running around in largely settled areas of the world.
So what do you believe?
I'm really hoping I get to go look again. Maybe there's something out there to find right here in Utah, even in Provo.
YouTuber Welcome to the Woods. UK is known for posting and sharing all sorts of crazy camping scenarios he gets to experience firsthand. Viewers can't help but come back to his channel and anticipate the exhilarating adventures he shares with his viewers. But some of his videos can be more than just about your usual camping experience. Some of his videos capture creepy moments that'll make you think twice about camping in the forest, alone. One of the videos he uploaded to his channel called "This Destroyed My Cabin," one of the most terrifying nights camping, reveals one of the most chilling and horrifying camping encounters with Bigfoot. And all of this was captured on camera. Take a look.
And just gets stranger and stranger. But the gutting thing is I was hoping to show you lot that cabin built from start to finish. It was just going to be a little cabin. Might as well show you it now. It's wrecked. But I might as well show you it's wrecked now. But I'll show you the video I was starting to make that would have probably took a month or two to put up. Although there weren't a lot of work put into that frame, there was a lot of work elsewhere on the yard where I've broken down about 50-60 large 7-foot pallets, broken all the boarding off it to make walls for that. I even measured up my stove, so a little stove would have gone in there. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm just going to have to rethink the idea. I'm glad I caught that on video, to be honest with you, and had I not been out hunting with my catapult, I probably wouldn't have come through here. I was just coming through just to check on things. I know there's a lot of deer in these woods. I did have one creepy night back in January, hence why I was building the cabin. There's a lot of strange things that happen in here. I do just believe that's vandalism. How it broke in front of my eyes on camera with no one else there, I don't know. The trail cam should show everything. I'm going to collect in my trail cams from this bit of wood and see if there's anything on there that points towards how this has happened, to be honest with you, because if it is kids, I need to know where they're coming in from, because obviously I do shoot as well, not this part of the woodland, but even with the catapult, it's quite dangerous. So I do need to know if there's trespassers coming in, because it's a safety aspect as well for my channel. I don't want anyone to get hurt. And yeah, as I say, this is, to be honest with you, that doesn't look like a lot of work that's laying on the floor there, but back at the yard, 50-60 pallets out in the rain, breaking them down with a pallet breaker, denailing them, getting everything cut to size, ready to bring in, because everything's been manually brought in by hand. It's just been on the shoulder and brought in.
He then shows the footage his trail camera captured that night, revealing a humanoid-like figure suspected to be Bigfoot itself.
Cameras 1 to 6 that are out in that woodland have been brought in, and yesterday evening I spent from about 8 o'clock all the way to early hours sifting through from camera 1 to camera 6 hundreds of files of birds, rabbit, deer, hares. But then when I got to the last cameras, I found something a bit more shocking, and I was very, very tired. So I've checked them again in the van again today, and it's exactly as what I see yesterday. So it weren't sleep deprivation. There's a figure at night time that's in the right hand side of I believe it's camera 6. Starts off, comes out of the woodland, and then all of a sudden it seems to trigger the camera again and then come back out. That again happens about a week later on camera 4, but this time it's daytime and it's a bit more explainable. I mean, it looks to me like someone's in there poaching for the deer perhaps, or doing a bit of wildlife photography, but whoever it is shouldn't be there. They haven't got permission to be there. It's only me. I've phoned the landowner Chris. He swears blind that no one else should be in there. It's quite secure as well. I've never seen anyone in the 2 years that I know in there, even on any of the trail cams. Now, trail cam 1 didn't do very well. It's definitely, again, if it's not the same person, it is a person. They're dressed up in some sort of camouflage or poncho. I mean, it looks like they've got a big beard. I think it's a man, to be honest with you. Trail cam 3, I did have some noises about probably 2 months ago, and I just writ it off as a deer that had been running past the camera, stopped and huffed, and I caught the huffing noise. That was pretty creepy, so I've thrown it in with this. It's probably completely unrelated.
At around 4:05 a.m. on January 1st, 2025, a helicopter crew flying from Yuma toward downtown Phoenix spotted 2 unidentified aircraft moving south to north at roughly the same altitude. The helicopter was flying at 2,000 feet, but neither object appeared on ADS-B tracking system. What made the sighting unusual was the lack of standard aircraft lights. The objects were only visible through night vision and behaved unlike normal planes. One suddenly climbed and vanished, while the other descended and disappeared. Moments later, additional objects began appearing, prompting the crew to start recording. Reddit user ChosenOwn2-803 shared a video showing a ghostly sighting involving his sister, captured on her phone back in 2020. The footage has since circulated online, leaving viewers debating whether it's real or just a trick of the light. This video, titled "The Scariest Poltergeist I've Ever Seen," was uploaded to YouTube back in May 2008. A man can be seen walking through his house, filming, when he starts hearing strange noises coming from one of the rooms. Curious, he goes inside to investigate, and what happens next turns into one of the most terrifying paranormal experiences of his life. Little ghost girl peeks from the tire truck wheel. A man was filming his truck, though it wasn't clear what he expected to see. Then, if you focus on the rear wheel, something terrifying. A small girl suddenly peeks out from behind the tire, her eyes barely visible in the shadows before vanishing as quickly as she appeared. It's almost as if she was watching him, waiting for the right moment to disappear again.
¿Y por qué no te gusta trabajar de noche?
A la verga.
This paranormal video was featured in one of Sir Spook's compilation videos, and it has quickly gained attention for its strange and unsettling activity. The first installment is a special edited version, running about 1 minute and 39 seconds. Watch closely. Around 1:39, a figure suddenly pops up from the bottom of the laundry door. Then, at 1:54, check the front door, where it dashes past a few times. This is a shortened version of the original 9-minute video because the full clip was too large. There's a lot of background noise, so make sure to use headphones to catch all the subtle sounds. It's really eerie.
You fucking fucker. Right in the corner of this thing, there was this weird shape, man. He said, I'm in here. What's down here, Joseph? Where are you? In where? Fucking pussy. Do something. You fucked up now, man. We're gonna bless this shit. You're fucked.
A chilling video uploaded to YouTube shows a man driving alone through the Australian outback when he suddenly encounters a childlike figure standing in the middle of the road, seemingly trying to make him stop. Trusting his instincts, he didn't stop and quickly tried to leave the area as fast as he could. If you've recorded something strange, unsettling, or completely unexplainable, we want to see it. Drop it in the comments below or send it to wrangler.yt@yahoo.com. We'll get back to you as soon as possible.
From sightings of strange, grave-digging creatures to unsettling cryptid encounters, and even footage of powerful forces of nature in action. If you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure as we explore each mysterious capture. In this eerie video shared on Reddit by an anonymous user, we are shown what seems like a scene ripped straight from a nightmare. The video shows a graveyard, shrouded in the darkness of the night, with tombstones scattered across the ground. Amidst the obscurity, a disconcerting sight captures our attention. A humanoid figure engaged in an unsettling and almost maniacal act. Initially mistaken for an animal, a closer look reveals the true nature of this entity. With long arms and disheveled hair over its head, the figure is caught in the act of digging a grave with its bare hands. The intensity and madness with which it carries out this grim task sends shivers down the spine of anyone watching. The limited light available adds to the chilling ambience, leaving much of the creature's features in shadow. We are left with a disturbing impression of a being immersed in a strange ritual, one that transcends the boundaries of our understanding. I'm fascinated by trail cameras. They unveil parts of the forest we'd never get to see otherwise, but sometimes they catch stuff that sends shivers down your spine. Like this video from a trail camera set up to monitor deer in the forest. One night, it caught something straight out of a horror flick. A creepy devil-like creature. This thing had a humanoid posture, but its head looked like something out of a devil myth. What makes it even weirder is that it seemed see-through. You could spot trees behind it as it strolled by the camera frame. However, I've got my doubts. There were human footprints leading into the darkness where this spirit devil came from, which is kind of suspicious. It makes me wonder if it's a mix of someone playing dress-up and a bit of video editing magic. Even if it turns out to be a hoax, you've got to admit, it's pretty convincing. Do you believe in sea monsters? If you don't, this video will surely make you reconsider. Recorded by a tourist at a beach, the footage reveals a strange sight in the sea. As the camera zooms in, a large and mysterious creature is seen swimming. The creature has a lengthy body that emerges from the water's surface, almost resembling a gigantic eel or a massive snake. It slithers into the water again, leaving viewers puzzled. While some may offer the explanation that it could be driftwood from a nearby island, the shape of the object and its unusual swimming motion make it seem unlikely. The tourist couldn't capture a clear clip, but the visible segments suggest that the creature is substantial, possibly exceeding a length of 2 meters. Despite the uncertainty, the video raises questions about the existence of enigmatic sea creatures. This video was captured by a hiker in the Canadian forest who felt someone was following him. Sensing someone was trailing him, the hiker decided to record his surroundings to gather evidence.
Someone following me, he's like a little kid, I don't know. I always see him and he's just standing there, and when I look away, he's not there no more.
To his surprise, as he spoke to the camera about the mysterious follower, the person appeared to vanish. Despite the disappearance, the hiker continued expressing his concerns while recording the forest, unable to spot the person anymore.
It should be creepy, but I'm honest, I always see him. It's like always in the corner of my eye somewhere. I just want to record it.
Unbeknownst to the hiker, his camera later captured a brief glimpse of someone standing in the distance. The hiker, apparently unaware of this figure, concluded his recording and left the area, bringing the video to an end. The eerie part of this encounter lies in the unsettling appearance and posture of the person captured in the distance. The figure, to me, bears a resemblance to the infamous character Tiki Toby, a serial killer from creepy pasta stories. The mysterious nature of the encounter, coupled with the potential sighting of an eerie figure, creates an atmosphere that leaves us with lingering questions and an unsettling sense of unease. When they say the sixth sense can save your life, they're absolutely right. This video comes from a driver who had an incredibly close encounter with the force of nature. While traveling on a highway and crossing a mountain cut, the driver sensed that something was off.
Something like a nice, relaxing waterfall.
Trusting his instincts, he decided to stop his car and started recording, capturing a potentially life-saving moment. In the video, a massive landslide unfolds, descending rapidly from the mountain cut.
Wait a minute. That's not water!
The landslide resembles a waterfall, but instead of water, it consists of stones and rocks. The force of this landslide is powerful enough to destroy the roadside barriers and cover the road ahead. It's a truly terrifying sight for any driver. Fortunately, the driver stopped just in time, avoiding a more horrifying and potentially disastrous view of the landslide. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Choosing between a cat and a dog as a pet can be a tough decision, but this video from Russia might just sway your preference. The footage, captured by a homeowner, showcases a heart-stopping encounter with a wild bear. In the clip, the bear is standing on the house porch, and the homeowner starts yelling and making loud noises by knocking on the door to scare it away. However, the bear seems undeterred and proceeds to grab a garbage bag. Suddenly, an unexpected hero of the story enters, the homeowner's cat. Without hesitation, the feline charges towards the bear in a fearless display reminiscent of a superhero. The cat attacks the bear, causing it to startle and drop the garbage bag. The bear, realizing it's facing a formidable opponent, grabs the bag and hastily retreats. What's striking in this video is the protective and brave nature of the cat, showcasing a willingness to defend its territory against a much larger foe. As the bear makes its escape, the cat stands its ground, staring at the retreating intruder with an air of defiance. In a video shared by a lady on her Facebook profile, capturing a sweet moment with her boyfriend, things took an unexpected turn. The couple was posing for a photo with the boyfriend lifting his girlfriend in his arms. A typical loving scene. However, the viewers noticed something strange in the background. If you take a closer look, there's an eerie figure peeking out from behind the door. This figure had glowing eyes and a somewhat spooky, mummy-like appearance, reminiscent of the ghost from the horror movie Mama. The unsettling part for me is that the couple was completely unaware of this creepy figure photobombing their moment. It gives off the impression that this mysterious entity is lurking around and possibly following them. In a light-hearted suggestion, perhaps it's time for the couple to consider putting their house up for sale, as it seems they may not be the only ones residing there anymore. A video circulating on the internet has sent shivers down the spines of many, leaving everyone unsettled. In this footage, captured by a passerby, a graveyard is the backdrop. But something unusual catches the eye. A strange black creature on one of the graves. Initially resembling a black dog, upon closer inspection, it reveals itself to be something much stranger and eerie. This strange entity seems to be a creature, with part of its form inside the grave and the other part above the surface. It has a small head popping in and out of the grave, creating an unsettling sight. The passerby recorded this mysterious being while passing the graveyard. However, feeling spooked, the recording abruptly stops. Some viewers who have seen this video speculate that it might be the spirit of a deceased dog, although there's currently no concrete evidence supporting this claim. It leaves everyone wondering about the nature of this creepy grave-dwelling creature. What are your thoughts on this eerie sight? I dread using public bathrooms, and after watching this video, I wouldn't even want to go near them. This footage was captured by a construction worker on his way to the public restroom. As he approached the bathroom, he heard strange breathing noises emanating from inside, prompting him to start recording.
هو سامع صوت هسه حاليا.
In the clip, we witness the entrance to the bathroom. The worker proceeds cautiously, entering the bathroom at a slow pace, clearly perturbed by the heavy breathing sound. He casually records the interior, but initially, nothing unusual appears. However, as he turns a corner and pans the camera towards a doorway, he captures a figure peeking from behind a hallway wall. Swiftly, the figure hides. This figure resembles some kind of cryptid, and I believe it was the source of those eerie breathing noises. These creatures are rumored to inhabit dirty and dark places, making a public bathroom an ideal hiding spot for them. This unsettling incident was captured by an adventurous vlogger who explores abandoned houses in remote areas, sharing his experiences on YouTube. In one of his videos, something quite mysterious and hard to explain occurred. While recording the interior of an abandoned house through a window, the vlogger unintentionally captured a startling moment. As the vlogger panned the camera towards the window, a creature suddenly appeared. Initially, the vlogger didn't notice it and continued recording other parts of the house. However, upon closer inspection, when the video was stopped and zoomed in, the creature displayed humanoid features. At first glance, it looks like a human in the window, which raises many perplexing questions. The weird part is that this humanoid figure was in the middle of nowhere, inside an abandoned house. The sudden appearance in front of the camera adds an extra layer of strangeness to the situation. The whole scenario is undeniably strange and creepy, leaving viewers and the vlogger alike puzzled about the mysterious presence in that desolate, abandoned space. A homeowner who had been experiencing poltergeist activity in his house for over a month decided to set up a camera before heading out for groceries to unravel the mystery.
Sunday the 19th of July.
After placing the camera in the kitchen, he left for the store, and within just 40 minutes, things took a bizarre turn. Objects started falling off the counters, as if someone was tossing them around. Strangely, there was no one present in the kitchen or even in the house at that moment. Pans, chairs, and cups were seemingly moving on their own, creating an eerie scene. The strange events repeated after 5 minutes, and this time, whatever was causing the disturbances even went as far as opening cupboards and drawers to throw things out. It appears to be the work of an angry and mischievous poltergeist, creating a genuinely scary situation. However, amidst the fear, one can't help but feel sympathy for the homeowner who now has the daunting task of picking up all those scattered items in the kitchen. This video captures a spine-chilling encounter that took place during a late-night drive on a desolate highway, as recorded by a car's dash camera. While cruising down the road, the car slowed down at a train intersection, offering the camera a view that evoked a sense of fear. On the roadside, a truly eerie figure came into focus, a ghostly figure resembling that of a hunched-over girl. Recognizing the unsettling presence, the driver swiftly pressed the gas pedal and continued driving. The ghostly figure was in the appearance of a little girl, noticeable from her hair and body frame. What added to the fear was the way this apparition signaled the driver to stop, contemplating what might have occurred if the driver had chosen to stop, thinking it was someone in need. Adds an additional layer of horror to the situation. Late-night drives on quiet roads can indeed lead to encounters that send shivers down the spine. We all marvel at the beauty of the Northern Lights, a scientifically proven natural phenomenon. However, These videos reveal something reminiscent of the Northern Lights, but on an extraordinary scale. The first video is from Virginia, and the second is from Michigan, both capturing peculiar lights in the sky. In the Virginia video, the entire sky is bathed in different and intense abrupt lights, with the brightness notably stronger near the ground, suggesting a possible source from the ground. In the Michigan video, similar unusual lights grace the sky, showcasing vibrant color changes. While some viewers speculated it might be fireworks or a malfunctioning transformer, the intensity and brightness of these lights seem to surpass typical fireworks displays. The intriguing possibility arises that these lights could be a rare and unknown natural phenomenon. The brilliance and vividness of the display prompt questions about its origin, sparking speculation and curiosity. Imagine you're out for a peaceful night walk, and suddenly you come across a scene that looks pure evil. The video clip we're discussing was recorded by a homeowner during one such walk. As he strolled, he noticed two figures in front of the local church, both adorned in devil costumes. Intrigued, he started recording, thinking it might be a prank. However, as he recorded from across the road, a car passed in front of the frame. To his surprise, once the car exited the frame, both devilish figures vanished, as if into thin air. This unexpected disappearance left the homeowner startled and uneasy. Feeling scared, he swiftly ran inside his home. While the figures initially looked like two people dressed in devil costumes, the eerie manner in which they disappeared alongside the passing car adds a bizarre and creepy element to the scene. Watching this video gives me chills, especially since there's a similar church in front of my house, making the thought of something like this happening downright unsettling. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you, and if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This intriguing video hails from Saudi Arabia, where a man captured an unusual sight. At the beginning of the video, the man proudly displays a lizard in his hand. However, the unexpected revelation follows. This lizard is far from ordinary because it lacks eyes. Yes, you heard it right. Instead of the usual lizard eyes, there are blank spaces emerging from its head, suggesting an unusual mutation. Curiosity led me to research eyeless lizards, and while I found information on eyeless cave salamanders, this particular lizard seems distinct. Its body resembles a lizard, but the absence of eyes sets it apart. The question arises, is this a result of mutation, or could it be an entirely bizarre creature, different from a typical lizard? The mystery behind this eyeless lizard sparks curiosity and leaves us pondering the strangeness of nature. This video comes from Tamil Nadu, India, depicting a live bear attack witnessed by locals. The scene unfolds with a large gathering of people on the street, appearing to run from something. Suddenly, a bear emerges behind a car and charges towards a man on his bicycle, knocking him to the ground. In response, others in the vicinity start hitting the bear, hoping to divert its attention from the man under attack. Despite the struggle, the bear eventually leaves the man and runs in another direction, concluding the video. The unusual aspect is that even the police force was present on the street, yet they too seem to be running away from the bear, rather than intervening. Fortunately, the man who was attacked emerged unharmed. Such bear attacks can be quite dangerous, and it's indeed a relief that the man came out of the incident without serious injuries. Tesla car owners get to enjoy various advanced features, including self-driving capabilities that use sensors to detect surrounding traffic. However, as shown in this intriguing video, these features can sometimes lead to unexpected detections, even of ghosts. Don't believe it. Take a look for yourself. Recorded by a Tesla owner, the video demonstrates how the car's sensors indicate the presence of two individuals on bikes to the right side of the vehicle. The catch: when the driver checks, there's no one there.
The Tesla thinks there's somebody on a bike next to me, but there's nobody there. I'm gonna drive through and start.
Interestingly, the car was parked behind another vehicle, but the sensor insisted there were bikes nearby. Tesla's autopilot relies on cameras to monitor the surroundings, identifying vehicles, pedestrians, road markings, and obstacles. While the possibility of autopilot malfunctioning is acknowledged, the driver showed in another clip that the glitch disappeared after moving from a stoplight, and the car no longer displayed any ghostly bike riders. Imagine purchasing a shiny new car, parking it outside your house, and then looking through your window only to find a massive beast casually making itself at home inside it. This captivating video hails from California, showcasing a sizable black bear comfortably seated in someone's car. The bear nonchalantly peeks out of the car window, as if pondering the best way to exit the vehicle. The person recording the video, likely bewildered, decides to take action. They yell at the bear to vacate the car, and surprisingly, the bear appears to hear the command.
Yeah, come on, you gotta get out of there.
Instantly, the bear gracefully exits the car and wanders away. It's quite fascinating to witness such an obedient bear. For those wondering why bears might climb into cars, it's often when they are hungry and sense food inside the vehicle. This video serves as a reminder of the importance of closing car windows when parked outside, as it shows precisely why bears might explore vehicles in search of a snack. When I say I'm scared of wind, I'm not referring to the pleasant breezes. I'm talking about something like this. In this video, we witness a ferocious wind wreaking havoc outside a facility in China. The intensity of the wind is so powerful that it lifts up boards and even trees. Its speed is remarkable, and the video reveals the presence of particles mixed with the wind, adding an extra layer of danger. Recorded by employees on a night duty shift, they wisely chose to stay inside the building while this fierce windstorm unfolded outside. This decision was crucial considering the potential risks of walking around in such hazardous wind conditions. The footage serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable and sometimes strange nature of strong winds, highlighting the importance of staying sheltered and safe during such weather events. Security cameras are typically installed in homes to provide a sense of security and safety, reassuring us that we are protected. However, there are times when these cameras capture something that makes us feel quite the opposite, unsettled and unsafe. This picture was shared on Reddit's Creepy Captures subreddit by a user who recounted a strange incident. The user explained that it was midnight when their door security alarm went off. Naturally, they went to check who might be at the door, but to their surprise, there was no one there. Intrigued and concerned, they decided to review the camera footage, and that's when they came across this eerie figure. The figure in the image looks as though it's right out of a horror movie. It has a Slender Man-like face and an overall creepy appearance. Moreover, it seems to be holding something in its hand, adding to the mystery and unease surrounding it. Whatever this bizarre creature may be, one can only hope it never pays them a visit in person. This video isn't necessarily scary, but it does capture a rather unusual and puzzling encounter. In the video, a driver is recording a child who is running toward their car. What makes this situation peculiar is the child's running style and the way their head is tilted to the side. As the child approaches the car, the person inside asks if they are okay and inquires about the whereabouts of their mother.
Bro, what in the ever-loving shit am I looking at right now? Dude, this kid's coming up on me. Like, hey buddy, are you okay? You can't be out here. Where's your mommy? Hey buddy.
However, the child doesn't respond and simply gazes at the trees on the side of the road. The aspect that raises concerns is the absence of the child's parents. Leaving a child alone in the middle of the road like this is certainly not safe or responsible parenting. One can only hope that the child safely made their way back home, and it would be wise for the driver to report this situation to the relevant authorities to ensure the child's well-being. Driving on a deserted road can indeed be a creepy and eerie experience, and encountering something like a werewolf would be the stuff of nightmares for any driver. In this particular case, the driver was cruising along a quiet road when they suddenly slammed on their brakes after spotting something highly unusual at the roadside. This creature doesn't resemble any familiar species. While some might argue that it has a wolf-like appearance, a closer look reveals some very peculiar traits. Unlike regular wolves, this creature appears to be strolling about on its hind legs, which is quite unusual. Additionally, its arms seem skeletal and lacking flesh. Its ears might resemble those of a dog, but the combination of its arm structure and the way it walks on its hind legs gives it an eerie, almost monstrous quality. The big question here is, what could this creature possibly be? A man was peacefully sleeping when suddenly his ducks outside started making a ruckus as if they were under attack by some predator. In a hurry, he rushed outside with his camera, hoping to capture whatever was disturbing them. As he pointed his camera towards their shelter, everything seemed normal at first. However, if we rewind the video and slow it down, we can spot an eerie sight. A pair of eerie, lifeless glowing eyes lurking near the duck's house. These mysterious eyes quickly darted out of view when the camera turned their way. In the moment, the man recording the video didn't notice the unsettling eyes, but when he later reviewed the footage, he was shocked by what he saw. Now, he's much more likely to believe his ducks when they start making a commotion again. In a video captured by a hiker during a trip through the Canadian forest, something initially appeared to be a lurking bear among the trees. However, as the hiker zoomed in for a closer look, it became clear that this was no bear. Strangely, this creature seemed to recognize the hiker, despite the hiker's attempts to remain hidden in some bushes. For some time, this mysterious creature simply stared blankly at the hiker, almost as if it was studying him. Eventually, it retreated back into the depths of the forest. What makes this encounter especially eerie is the uncertainty of its intention. Right from the beginning, this creature appeared massive, even though we never got a full view of its body. It was covered in thick orange-brown fur and bore a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. Ghosts might not be aware of our modern security cameras and surveillance technology, often choosing to reveal themselves when they believe no one is watching. A peculiar encounter occurred in the kitchen of a restaurant after it had closed for the night. In this eerie incident, a trolley began to move on its own, sliding a short distance before items resting on it tumbled to the ground. It was a closed environment with no one present, eliminating the possibility of a breeze or wind causing the movement. While some might argue that the floor had a slight slope, causing the trolley's movement, it raises a curious question. Why were the other 2 trolleys nearby not affected in the same way? This inexplicable sight left those who witnessed it feeling both unsettled and bewildered. One can only imagine the unease restaurant workers might feel. This intriguing video originates from a trail camera placed within an Australian ironwood forest. Its primary purpose was to monitor the local fox population, but it ended up capturing something truly captivating. As the video begins, we're presented with a nighttime view of the forest. Suddenly, the sound of branches crunching under pressure becomes evident, indicating the presence of something moving. Then, a dark figure emerges, strolling through the woods. This figure stands impressively tall and massive, easily measuring around 8 to 9 feet in height. Its appearance is somewhat humanoid, marked by a hunched back and long, slender arms. The mystery of this creature's identity has sparked debates among viewers. Some speculate it could be the Australian version of Bigfoot, while others propose that it might be a chimpanzee or even a gorilla. What do you think this colossal being could be? Considering that we've only explored 5% of the ocean, it's intriguing to ponder what incredible and massive creatures might inhabit the remaining 95%. This video offers a glimpse of the ocean, and we can spot a large, enigmatic creature on the water surface. Right from the beginning, this creature appears remarkably large and possesses an unusual half-body that doesn't resemble any aquatic creature we're familiar with. As it swims further away, its enormous body displaces a significant amount of water, emphasizing its immense size. Additionally, in the video, we can see other fishermen working in the distance. It's quite unnerving to imagine them laboring in the vicinity of this mysterious river monster. This video was captured by a trail camera, intended to monitor animal activity, but ended up recording something quite disturbing. In the video, we observe a well-worn trail running through the forest, suggesting frequent human use. It's nighttime, and a man enters the frame seemingly unfazed by the potential risks of walking along such a forest path after dark. The man casually progresses down the trail, but after taking a few steps, something startles him. A dark figure attacks him, gripping his leg and attempting to drag him away. The man resists, regains his composure, and flees. Interestingly, the figure that attacked him doesn't appear to be human, but rather a transparent, dark, ghost-like entity. After the attack, this ghostly figure vanishes into thin air. The question arises, was this a genuine encounter with a ghostly entity? Or could there be another explanation for this eerie incident? As a solo hiker, the last thing you want is an unknown creature stalking you from the depths of the woods. Unfortunately, that's precisely what happened to this hiker. In the video, we can see that the hiker is recording his surroundings in a forest, and it appears he's deep within its heart. While recording, he spots something incredibly creepy. A dark figure peering out from behind a tree, staring directly at him. Witnessing this, the hiker becomes increasingly scared and anxious, and you can hear his heavy breathing. He can hardly believe his eyes that there's a creature peeking at him. At first, he considers the possibility that his mind might be playing tricks on him. But as he approaches the figure, it moves and swiftly disappears behind the tree. When the hiker sees the figure move, he bolts for his life. Undoubtedly, this was a genuinely terrifying sighting, and if I were the hiker, I would have hightailed it out of there at the very first glimpse of this Bigfoot-like creature. This video was recorded from a harvester, and the uploader claims to have clear evidence of a Bigfoot sighting. The video is slowed down, and it shows a view of a field at the edge of a forest. Suddenly, a massive figure jumps from a tree, then starts running to the left, makes a hard right turn, and disappears back into the woods. This creature appears human-like and is quite massive. It strongly resembles the legendary Bigfoot, which is known to inhabit deep forests. Seeing this video, it's clear that this Bigfoot was far from its usual habitat. What might have brought the Bigfoot out there? Perhaps it was curious about the harvester machine, or interested in the person operating the machine. The video raises intriguing questions about the behavior of this elusive creature. Skinwalkers are creatures known for taking the disguise of different animals and sometimes even humans. This video comes from Florida's Apache Sitgreaves Forest, and in it, we can see thermal footage of the forest. In the woods, there is a human moving with quite impressive speed. You might be thinking, what's wrong with a human moving in the forest? But the strange thing here is that this was recorded in the middle of the Apache Sitgreaves Forest. Encountering a human wandering alone in the middle of the forest seems highly unusual. While it's possible that this could be a regular person, humans can be unpredictable. The possibility of it being a skinwalker can't be ruled out entirely. This video was captured by marine biologists using cameras placed in the deep ocean to observe rare marine life. One of the cameras filming beneath the sea captured something extraordinarily long and massive in the distance. It's known that deep-sea aquatic life tends to avoid light, as they typically dwell in the darkness for most of their lives. So the marine biologists operating the cameras from their control station above decided to turn off the camera flashes. As the flashes dimmed, a pair of eyes emerged from the darkness, gazing directly at the camera. Just by observing these eyes, one can imagine the immense size of this unknown sea creature. After witnessing this video, I'm content knowing that these creatures reside deep below the surface. The question remains, will they ever venture up to the surface? This video is from an abandoned Essex County hospital, where a group of explorers is venturing through its eerie corridors. As the camera pans around, we get a glimpse of the debris-laden floor, and the overall atmosphere of the place seems quite spooky. The explorer playfully acknowledges the peculiar nature of exploring such abandoned locations. However, the tone shifts abruptly when he notices something off camera. Bringing attention to the mysterious presence, the camera then unveils a hallway. At the far end stands a creepy figure, crouched on all fours. The dim lighting makes it hard to make out specific details, but the figure gives the impression of a humanoid with spider-like features, using both hands and hind legs. Upon spotting the camera, this frightening creature charges straight towards the explorers, prompting them to run. The peculiar appearance raises questions and sparks curiosity about the nature of this mysterious creature within the confines of the abandoned hospital. For more captivating content like this, click here. You may have come across many Bigfoot sightings captured on camera, but have you ever seen a Bigfoot captured by people and kept in a cage? A spooky video has surfaced on Reddit, showing a cage placed in the middle of a forest with a massive creature inside it. Inside the cage, there are cameras that provide a clear view of this legendary creature's imposing presence. It emits a rather terrifying growl and is covered in a thick coat of fur. In addition to the creature, you can also see other people around the cage, recording this Bigfoot-like figure. The Bigfoot in the video appears to be very aggressive and clearly doesn't like being inside the cage. It's desperately trying to break free, and its immense power is causing the entire cage to shake. If this video is indeed genuine, it raises the possibility that we might see these mighty creatures in our zoos in the years to come. A man had a strange problem in his apartment. His food kept disappearing, and he suspected his girlfriend, but she denied it.
So I kept on finding food missing in my apartment that I knew I wasn't eating. I confronted my girlfriend who lives with me about it, and she claimed she wasn't eating it. So I decided I'm going to set up a video camera and I'm going to catch her. This is what I found.
To catch her in the act, the man set up a security camera. What he discovered was truly terrifying. He placed the camera in his kitchen and went to sleep. After about 2 hours, there was some movement above the doorway, and then a person came out of it. This person stepped onto a table, and it turned out to be a messy-looking girl who seemed like she might be homeless. The girl acted like she owned the place, confidently opening the fridge and moving around as if it were her home. It appeared that she had been doing this for a while. After snacking from the fridge, the girl casually sat on the sofa and watched TV. Then, she went back to the fridge, but heard the homeowner approaching, so she hid behind the sofa. When the homeowner came in for a drink of water and left again, she emerged, had more food, and then disappeared back to where she came from. The man woke up and went about his daily routine, completely unaware of this creepy encounter. After watching the video and seeing how comfortable the lady was, it made the homeowner wonder if she had been living with them unnoticed for a long time. A video was posted on TikTok by a user named The Weird Shelf. In the video, a man is seen with his dog, and both of them notice something in the distance. They spot a creature moving around in the bushes up ahead. The dog, all excited, takes off after it. The man tries to stop the dog, but it's too eager and fast. As the dog barks and chases the strange creature, it starts to move back into the forest. When we zoom in closely, we can see that this creature looks like a mix of an ape and a human, and it has a thick black coat of fur. It's also quite large compared to the surrounding bushes, and stands upright. What do you think this creature could have been? Hikers often have encounters with strange creatures, and one such unsettling experience was recorded by an unfortunate hiker. In the video, we can see the hiker, who seems anxious and scared, moving the camera hastily. As he continues, he hears the sound of a nearby tree shaking. He quickly turns the camera towards the source and witnesses the tree violently trembling. Upon zooming in, he spots an incredibly odd and huge humanoid creature, causing the commotion. This sight terrifies the hiker. As he records this horrifying being, it becomes aware of his presence and starts making frightening grunting and growling sounds. Hearing these unsettling noises, the hiker runs for his life, and the video ends. When we get a closer look at this creature, we can see that it's quite massive and covered in thick fur. Its face looks quite strange and is unlike any known animal. Could it be an ape or a massive gorilla? Or perhaps something even more ominous, like a Bigfoot? This next video comes from a Russian road camera and captures a truly unusual phenomenon. In the video, we can see a view of a remote road. After a few seconds, a light orb begins to form in front of us in the woods. At first, this orb is relatively dim, but then it suddenly becomes brilliantly bright. Afterward, the orb starts to move. It glides and passes right beside the camera, eventually moving out of the frame. This occurrence is quite strange because the light was simply a radiant orb. There were no discernible outlines of its source or the object emitting it. It was just pure, unexplained light, If you have any ideas or explanations for the strange orb, please share them in the comments below for others to see. Just like humans, some people believe that ghosts might have children, and they too might want to play just like we do. This video captures something that seems like that. In the video, we can see a tricycle moving all by itself. Its pedals are moving as if someone is riding it even though there's no one there. It goes on for a while and then tips over. Some people who've seen this video suggest that maybe the floor slope is causing the tricycle to move, or it could be the wind. These explanations could make sense, but the owner of the place confirmed that the floor was perfectly level. Also, if it were the wind, why would it only affect the tricycle? This video is quite puzzling because there's a mystery surrounding why the tricycle is behaving this way. This video was filmed by a fisherman while he was boating on a Canadian lake. While he was cruising along, he noticed a figure passing at the edge of the forest in the distance. Even though the distance was considerable, we can see that the creature appears to resemble Bigfoot. It's also possible that it could have been a very large ape or gorilla, because they too have fur and a similar shape to this creature. However, its enormous size suggested that it was the mighty Bigfoot. If you compare its size to the trees in the background, it looks like this Bigfoot-like creature could be between 10 and 12 feet tall. Thankfully, it didn't appear to be able to swim. Otherwise, it might have swum towards the boat and caused a very tense situation. A man claimed to have recorded footage of the rake near his house. The video begins with a cameraman pointing his camera at some bushes at nighttime. It seems like he saw something and is using a flashlight to get a better look. While investigating the bushes, he spots something in the distance, but can't quite make out if it's an animal or something else. However, as he continues to observe, it becomes clear to him, and he starts shouting at it. The man then approaches to get a closer look and discovers a strange creature lurking there. It was a truly terrifying sight for both the viewers and the cameraman, prompting him to run away. The man claimed it was a rake, which is typically described as a tall, hairless, pale humanoid creature. What do you think it could have been? This video captures a real ghost sighting on camera. The video shows the inside of a home, and we see a lady casually walking down the stairs. After she goes downstairs, something strange and quite frightening occurs. We witness a transparent, childlike figure emerging from a doorway. This ghostly figure appears entirely smoky as it comes out of the room for a moment, and then returns inside. As it goes back in, the chair in the room moves on its own. The owner of the house mentioned that this is a regular occurrence in their home, and they have made peace with the ghost coexisting with them. These homeowners certainly show a lot of courage. When we hear about ghosts and jinns, we often think of scary and terrifying beings. But have you ever seen the good and helpful side of them? This video comes from India and shows a street view. In the footage, we can see a man followed by another man who appears to be trying to rob him. As they move forward, the follower suddenly attacks the first man and starts searching him while he's on the ground. Then, something astonishing happens. A figure emerges from within the person being robbed. This figure begins to defend the victim and fights against the robber. At first, the robber tries to resist, but this jinn-like creature is strong and overpowers him. Eventually, the robber gives up and leaves, and the jinn goes back into the victim's body. Seeing this encounter makes me wonder if all jinns were like that, our lives might have been much easier. This video was shared by a parent who captioned it as being deceived by a child ghost. In the video, we can hear a girl crying, and then we see a transparent childlike ghost passing in front of the camera. Upon seeing this, the father believed it was his daughter and rushed to console her. However, as the father was going towards the spirit, thinking it was his daughter, his wife called out to him and asked where he was going because their daughter was with her. The father then went to his wife and asked her about their daughter's whereabouts, and she told him that their daughter was sleeping. This is quite eerie, as it seems that the ghost child initially tricked the father by imitating his daughter's cry, and then assumed her form to lure him away. It's unsettling to think about what might have happened if the wife hadn't intervened, and the father had continued chasing after the ghost. Trees are truly fascinating. They can be incredibly tall or exceptionally wide, and at times they take on the appearance of a moving giant, as seen in this captivating video. The footage showcases a colossal tree swaying in a dance-like motion, influenced by the strong wind evident by the movement of the surrounding trees. The peculiar tree seems to have distinct features, resembling a giant with a large head, hands, and a lower body that lacks legs. Its humped shape adds an eerie quality, particularly when observed at night with minimal light, an image that could instill a sense of fear. Despite its seemingly supernatural appearance, it's important to acknowledge that this is indeed just a tree. However, the mere possibility, even if it's one in a trillion, that this could be a giant cleverly disguising itself as a tree adds a whimsical touch to the observation. This video, uploaded on Facebook, depicts a bear encounter with foxes. The footage, captured by a parking lot camera, showcases a view of the parking area surrounded by woods. A fox is seen standing alert on the side, seemingly frightened and gazing towards the forest. Abruptly, whatever had alarmed the fox prompts it to swiftly retreat into the safety of the forest. After a few moments of suspense, the source of the fox's fear is revealed. A massive black bear. The bear, cleverly blending with the color of the parking ground, and aided by the darkness of the night, might not have been easily visible to the camera, but the fox detected its presence. Interestingly, there is no sign of a fight or confrontation between the bear and the foxes, and the encounter concludes without incident. Witnessing how the mere presence of predators such as a bear can instill fear in smaller animals like foxes is truly fascinating. Deer are incredibly agile, whether they're running, fleeing from a predator, or, as seen in this car dashcam video, skillfully jumping over a moving vehicle to avoid a collision. The footage captures a forest road with a car traveling in front. After a few seconds, the leading car slows down, revealing the reason: a herd of deer crossing the road. The sudden appearance of the deer catches the driver off guard, and the car narrowly manages to evade some of them. However, a couple of deer make contact with the vehicle, with some gracefully leaping over the hood and others narrowly avoiding a collision. Unfortunately, one deer mistimes its jump and lands on the car. After a brief struggle, the deer makes another attempt, successfully clearing the car, and retreats back to where it came from. Thankfully, the car owner's timely decision to slow down prevents a potentially dangerous situation for both the deer and the vehicle owner. Moose are on my list of animals that really scare me, and this video serves as proof of why. Recorded by friends on a snowmobile adventure, the footage captures a moose strolling through the snow. The moose appears agitated and annoyed by the revving and beeping of the snowmobile. After wandering for a while and scanning the surroundings, the moose stands still for a moment before starting to approach the friend in front. Sensing danger as the moose charges, the friend realizes he's in trouble and attempts to speed away on the snowmobile. However, his efforts prove futile, prompting him to quickly dismount the snowmobile just as the moose delivers a powerful strike. After the attack, the moose ventures off, leaving behind a chilling and close encounter for the friend. This incident serves as a stark reminder not to agitate or annoy creatures capable of swiftly incapacitating you. A homeowner was startled by eerie screeching sounds coming from outside his house. Curiosity led him to investigate the source, but what he discovered was nothing short of a nightmare. In the video, the view showed dark bushes, and as the homeowner moved the camera, he noticed a distant figure within the bushes lurking. This figure had a humanoid shape with an alien-like head. The creature remained motionless, fixating a chilling and unsettling gaze upon the camera. The sheer terror emanating from its eyes sent shivers down the homeowner's spine. Overwhelmed by fear, the homeowner shouted at the creature.
"What do you want?"
In response, the enigmatic being retreated into the bushes, disappearing from sight. What exactly was this humanoid figure? Was it an extraterrestrial being? Or could it have been something even more sinister and dreadful? A TikTok user by the name of Cryptid University claimed to have captured footage of Bigfoot lurking in the woods. In the video, an elk is calmly grazing and going about its business, nothing out of the ordinary at first glance. However, when we zoom in on the background, we can discern some intriguing details. White or gray hair and certain facial features of a figure hidden in the woods. What's particularly eerie about this encounter is that the creature in the background is incredibly stealthy. Even though elk are known for their sensitivity to noise, they don't seem to detect this mysterious figure's movements. Additionally, judging by its size compared to the surrounding trees, it appears to be quite large. The question that arises is the creature's intent in stalking the elk. Is it merely observing the elk out of curiosity, or does it have more sinister motives, possibly considering the elk as its next potential meal? A Russian family was on their way home, driving along a forest road, when they noticed something unusual in the woods and decided to start recording. In the video, the family appeared visibly distressed, and their voices reflected their anxiety as they spotted a mysterious creature in the forest. This creature had a striking resemblance to an ape or a gorilla, covered in thick dark black fur, and is casually moving through the woods. What made this encounter even more intriguing was the fact that, as local residents, the family had never come across such a creature in the forest before. It marked their first sighting of such an unusual being for the area. While they believed it might have been a Bigfoot, the low quality of the video and the distance from which it was recorded made it challenging to definitively identify the creature, regardless of its true identity. Thank God that the family wisely chose to remain inside their car, avoiding any potential danger or interaction with the enigmatic forest dweller. This video comes from a hiker who was out in the wilderness, initially thinking that a bear was stalking him. Concerned about his safety, he began recording the situation. However, when he zoomed in and focused on what he believed to be the bear, he discovered something entirely different. The creature in question wasn't a bear at all. It was a strange hybrid, appearing to be a combination of a humanoid and an ape. This peculiar being stood motionless, fixating a lifeless gaze upon the hiker. What made this encounter even creepier was the hiker's isolation. He was all alone in the wilderness, and had the creature decided to pursue him, he would have been defenseless. The creature's entire body was covered in dark black fur, resembling the description often associated with Bigfoot. However, the motives behind this Bigfoot-like creature's interest in the hiker remained a mystery. There's a video circulating on TikTok that has captured widespread attention. evoking a strange sense of confusion and eeriness among viewers. This bizarre footage showcases a cat with an unusual feature. The cat appears normal, but what stands out is an extra vertical eye on its forehead, creating an unsettling and eerie look. Adding to the unease is the fact that the eye moves independently, twitching and shifting as the owner pets the cat. While the video may stir feelings of curiosity and even discomfort, it's essential to consider the possibility that this could be an impressively detailed special effect, creating the illusion of a third eye on the cat. My research on the internet didn't yield any evidence of cats naturally having 3 eyes in such a manner. While there are documented cases of newborn kittens with multiple heads, a kitten with 3 functional eyes appears to be an extraordinary and artificial creation. The video's mysterious nature keeps viewers questioning whether it's a genuine occurrence or a masterfully crafted illusion. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in. From encounters with strange, unknown, alien-like worms, to unsettling Bigfoot sightings, and even footage of a super rat in action, if you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure as we explore each mysterious capture.
Flash is on. Alright, let's take a look. Everything's in there.
When you're out on a forest hike, always keep an eye on your surroundings, or something like this might be lurking in the woods. The footage is from a hiker exploring the Canadian Acadian forest who noticed a hairy creature stalking him. Initially resembling a bear, the creature gradually reveals its distinctiveness. Its entire body has a humanoid appearance, and it's pretty massive, covered in thick dark brown fur. This creature fits the description of what many people consider the legendary Bigfoot. The way this creature stands still, gazing at the camera, is quite unsettling, because we're uncertain about its motives. It might be just curious about the hiker, or perhaps it sees the hiker as potential prey. So, when you're in the woods, it's important to stay alert, as we can't be sure about the intentions of this Bigfoot-like creature. If the idea of Bigfoot stalking doesn't give you the creeps, this video has something even more unsettling. Recorded by a group camping in a forest, it captures a strange figure standing in front of the camera with glowing eyes. This watcher appears to have some sinister intent, and it's unnerving for the campers. In terms of appearance, this creature looks humanoid as we can discern its outline in the darkness, and it's quite human-like. The way its eerie, lifeless eyes stare at the camera genuinely frightens me. The darkness surrounding the creature adds an extra layer of unease. After recording the video, the group packed up and left, yet the creature remained, watching them. Whatever that creature was, it has made me swear off camping the forest forever. When we think of frogs, we often picture them as lazy, chubby creatures just sitting around, right? But have you ever seen them hunting? This video comes from a house in Florida and was recorded by a family member. In the footage, we see a view of a glass window, and on it, a large moth is strolling. The woman behind the camera is capturing this scene when suddenly, a frog jumps and attacks the moth. The frog swiftly bites the upper body of the moth, and half of it ends up in the frog's mouth. Witnessing this unexpected attack, the woman recording the video becomes surprised and fascinated.
Oh my god! I am filming!
Following the capture, the frog holds the moth in its mouth, and the internal liquid from the moth drips all over the glass window. Personally, I find the way the frog clings and holds onto the moth during all of this quite fascinating and intriguing. After watching this video, it becomes evident that frogs are not creatures to underestimate. I always express my fondness for trail cameras because they capture things that are not easily visible in the forest. This particular trail camera recorded something quite intriguing. Initially set up high on a tree to monitor the local bear population, it ended up capturing a large humanoid figure moving on the ground. This figure was enormous and covered in thick black fur. At first glance from above, it resembled a gorilla, but considering the location in Canada, some viewers believe it could be a sighting of the legendary Bigfoot. I share the same perspective and find it fascinating. Bigfoot, if it is indeed the creature captured in the video, is known for avoiding human contact and staying hidden. The fact that this camera, positioned high above, managed to capture such a sighting adds an extra layer of intrigue to the story. We've only explored 5% of our ocean, leaving the remaining 95% yet to be discovered. This makes me wonder about the creatures that might inhabit that unexplored part, and this video provides a glimpse. Uploaded by a TikTok account called Nature is Intense, it features footage of a rare aquatic creature resembling a peculiar eel. This creature has an unusual naked body with 2 tiny arms and a head shaped like a crocodile. Its body is long, similar to an eel, but its swimming behavior is strange, using its hands and then its body in a way I've never seen in any other aquatic creature. I'm not sure what this creature is, so if any of you viewers can identify it, please share in the comments. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This video originates from Brazil, showcasing villagers capturing a weird creature. In the footage, a group of people gathers around this mysterious being. As the cameraman approaches, everything about the creature appears strange and unusual. It possesses naked skin with a texture resembling a giant larva, but with 2 large eyes on its head. Additionally, it has 2 arms. But strangely, there are no hands at the end. The lower body is even stranger than the head, an upper body resembling something out of an alien movie. The creature appears lifeless, as it doesn't exhibit any movement, but its skin, when zoomed in by the cameraman, looks quite damp. While a plausible explanation could be that it's a newborn mutated baby of some animal, the chances seem low as such intense mutations are rarely observed. As enchanting as sea life may seem, it can be quite harsh with predators like sharks and orcas present. This video vividly depicts the harsh realities of the ocean. It captures the lifeless body of a seal washed up on a Sydney beach. Sadly, this poor seal has a significant portion of its body missing, likely due to a shark bite, ultimately leading to its demise. Upon closer inspection in the video, bite marks on the seal's body resembling shark teeth become evident, evoking a sense of sadness for the camera persons.
That's a bite mark, isn't it? You can see the teeth.
Now, the question arises. Why would the shark attack the seal if it didn't intend to eat it? To me, it seems like the seal was initially attacked by the shark, managed to escape but succumbed to its injuries and eventually washed up on the beach. Having security cameras installed at home usually provides a sense of safety, but occasionally, they can capture scenes that evoke the opposite feeling. In this 2019 video from a house's security camera, the backyard of the house initially appears normal. However, something catches the eye in the background, a being moving in a peculiar way. This creature has long hands, tiny legs, and uses its hands for walking. It doesn't resemble any known animal or human, leaving viewers puzzled. Some viewers suggest it could be the rake or a skinwalker due to its appearance, but I doubt that. The rake and skinwalker typically move on all fours like animals, so my guess is that this might be a nightcrawler, known for their slightly elongated arms. Our forests are full of mysterious creatures, and this Canadian video adds to the sightings. The footage captures a distant view of the Canadian woods, revealing a strange humanoid creature crouching within. It remains in a crouched position, potentially waiting for something or someone to pass by, hinting at a possible intention to attack. The creature's long arms give it an intimidating appearance, and at times it seems to be signaling someone to either follow or stay low. It's conceivable that this creature is part of a group, possibly gathered for hunting. As the cameraman continues recording, he pans the camera toward a cyclist approaching the figure. When he turns the camera back to the creature, it mysteriously disappears, and the video concludes. Upon zooming in, the creature's strange body texture and a lizard-like head become apparent. Based on these features, to me, this creature looks like it could be a lizard man. Ever seen those alien-like worms from movies? This video brings you footage of something similar. Recorded by a villager after rain, it shows a worm in the mud, initially appearing normal. The creature undergoes a transformation when touched by the villager. Root-like webs start growing from its body, expanding rapidly. These web-like structures emerge as a defensive mechanism, triggered when the worm feels threatened. Despite its terrifying appearance, this worm isn't an extraterrestrial invader, but a creature that has existed on our planet for a long time. Belonging to the Nemertea phylum, it's known as the ribbon worm. The ribbon worm uses its web for both capturing prey and as a defense mechanism. So viewers, there's no need to rush to your bunkers. This creature is not an alien. A Reddit user uploaded a video claiming to have captured footage of a cryptid in an abandoned house. In the shared footage, the explorers are seen navigating the abandoned house, but the front door is locked. Undeterred, the curious cameraman spots a small opening at the top of the door and inserts his camera to record the interior. The camera captures a dark hallway, and at the end of it, a figure with glowing eyes is standing, staring back at the camera. The cameraman, focused on extending his hand to get a better shot, remains unaware of the creature. The mysterious figure continues to stare for a while before suddenly charging towards the camera. Unknowingly, the man recording pulls out his camera, just as the creature is about to attack. In the video, viewers can even catch a glimpse of the creature's claw as the explorer retrieves the camera. While it's challenging to discern details due to the darkness, it's clear that whatever this creature was, its sudden charge suggests that its motives were anything but innocent. Have you ever seen those sci-fi movies where enormous space squids soar through the sky, causing terror? Well, there's a video circulating that seems to capture a real-life version of that scenario. Taken from a plane, the footage shows something massive and squid-like in the distance, resembling a giant squid with its upper body and long tentacles. At one point, it even looks like two separate creatures as it turns. The body appears to thin out, and then the video abruptly ends. Upon closer examination, some speculate that it could be contrails from a plane. However, there's no visible aircraft nearby, and if it were contrails, they should have dissipated after a few minutes when the plane moved on. Another suggestion is that it might be a custom-designed squid-shaped kite, but its size makes it improbable to fly in such high altitudes and strong winds. If it isn't one of these explanations, some are entertaining the idea that it could be an unknown alien creature. This video originates from Texas and was shared by a ranch owner who claims to have captured footage of Bigfoot. While taking his morning stroll near a forest lake, the rancher noticed a humanoid figure in the distance. Initially thinking it was a person, he called out, but received no response. The figure remained stationary, prompting the rancher to start recording. The humanoid figure stood there, seemingly doing nothing. The rancher, puzzled by its identity, speculated that it could be Bigfoot. In terms of appearance, the creature seemed quite humanoid, with thick black fur resembling the descriptions of Bigfoot sightings. However, I'm a bit skeptical about it being an actual Bigfoot, because the size of its legs looked more human, and its posture was also quite human-like. So I suspect it might be someone wearing a Bigfoot costume either for a prank or to create an interesting video.
Is that Bigfoot? I can't zoom in any further. with this mode.
Heading out on a forest trail can be a fun and calming adventure. But if you have an encounter like this, it surely turns into an event that you can never forget. This video comes from California, and in it, we see a car driving on a forest trail. There are 2 passengers in the car. One is the driver, and the other is his friend who is recording the video. As they move along the trail, they spot something big and humanoid in the distance.
Whoa! What was that?
Seeing it, the driver speeds up the car, and as they get close to it, they see this figure. Then they stop the car to follow, but the figure emits a really disturbing roar, which seems like it is warning them not to follow.
What the world?
Hearing this, the driver decides to let this thing go because venturing might be dangerous now.
I am not going in there.
And that's where the video ends. Seeing this creature's appearance, like its size, humanoid figure, it looks like what we call a Bigfoot. Do you think the same? Imagine you're hiking peacefully through a forest, and suddenly you stumble upon a bizarre sight. A massive heap of what seems to be animal carcasses. Yep, that's what this video is all about. Recorded by a curious hiker, it shows a bunch of stuff that sure looks like the remains of animals scattered around. There are ribcage bones and other bits and bobs that make you wonder what in the world happened here. What kind of creature is behind this? It's a bit eerie, no doubt. The hiker in the video is just as puzzled as you might be. The big question is, why are these things here? Some viewers are saying they might be leaves from some exotic tree, just lying around drying out. Also, there are no skulls or anything like that can be spotted in the pile. So I am leaning towards the idea that they're probably just some peculiar tree leaves. However, no matter how you try to rationalize it, it's still pretty creepy. If I stumbled upon something like that during a hike, I might just keel over from the shock. Home security cameras are usually installed to provide a sense of security, assuring us that someone is keeping an eye out. However, when these cameras capture unsettling scenes, they can quickly transform into a source of fear and distress. In a recent video from a home security camera, the backyard of a house is under surveillance. Right from the beginning, a tall, black humanoid figure is seen passing through the yard. The figure possesses an unusually tall body frame, with remarkably long legs. While some viewers might speculate that it's a human dressed in black overalls, the length of the creature's legs raises doubts about its human origin. What adds to the eerie vibe is the apparent avoidance of the camera. As the figure moves, it deliberately glances at the camera, suggesting an awareness of its surveillance. This behavior fuels speculation about potentially sinister and dark motives. This video originates from Provo Canyon, Utah, where a pair of hikers captured footage of what they believe to be the legendary Bigfoot. As they were exploring the woods, they noticed a presence in the distance. Initially, it appeared to be a black bear going about its business behind the trees. However, as the creature stood up, it became clear that it wasn't a bear, but something else entirely. This humanoid figure was covered in dark fur, like a gorilla. The situation took a tense turn when the creature, upon spotting the hikers recording it, became visibly angry and started charging towards them. Faced with this massive creature heading their way, the hikers wisely chose to retreat. Sprinting for their lives. The encounter was both fascinating and frightening, and the creature resembled the legendary Bigfoot. Due to the obstructing trees and branches, a definitive confirmation of its identity remains elusive. This video, shared on Facebook by a user claiming to capture an alien phenomenon, certainly gives off an otherworldly vibe. Upon watching, it appears to show a peculiar flock of birds, forming an unusual shape in the sky. The flock looks dense and saturated, reminiscent of scenes from a horror movie. However, the reality is less extraterrestrial and more a natural phenomenon known as murmuration. What may seem like an alien display is, in fact, a gathering of thousands of starlings engaging in murmuration. During murmuration, these birds create breathtaking shapes in the sky, sometimes resulting in formations that can be quite eerie. Murmuration involves thousands of birds coming together in flight to craft intricate patterns overhead. However, for a child witnessing such a spectacle forming above their home, it's understandable that it might evoke fear and apprehension, perhaps even giving the impression of an apocalyptic event. It's not uncommon for forest trails at night to be the setting for eerie encounters, and this video from India adds another layer to these mysterious tales. As the car travels along a desolate forest trail, the occupants become uneasy after spotting something in the distance. A debate ensues among them, weighing the options of proceeding or turning back. Eventually, they decide to continue, and as they accelerate, the cause of their distress becomes apparent. A tall figure, dressed in white, standing on the trail. The figure, resembling a person draped in a white bedsheet, adds to the suspense due to its height. While there's a possibility that this could be a staged event or prank with someone wearing a white cloth, the genuine fear in the passengers' voices suggests otherwise. The intensity of their argument about whether to approach or retreat indicates a level of authenticity. This video, captured by a security camera in Florida, shows a rather eerie scene. It unfolds at night, displaying a calm driveway. However, after a while, a figure materializes across the road. This figure takes on the appearance of a humanoid spirit and casually proceeds to cross the road. Once it completes the crossing, the figure mysteriously disappears into thin air, bringing the video to an end. The figure appears transparent and gives the impression of forming and vanishing out of nowhere. While some might attribute it to camera malfunctions or airborne particles like dust, the consistency of the humanoid shape as it crosses the road raises questions. Interpreting such occurrences can be subjective. Some may lean towards the idea of a spirit, while others like me might find it unsettling and opt for alternative explanations. This video is quite old and was circulating on Facebook, claiming to have captured the sight of a really strange creature in the woods. In the video, we see a guy sitting in a chair, and it seems to be a camping trip as two more persons come into the camera frame, and a camp is set up beside them. They are talking about something and suddenly hear a weird growl of some creature coming from the woods.
More like it. What was that, Rambo? I'm gonna catch that. You hear that?
This noise startles them a bit, but they laugh it off as a joke. However, they hear this noise again, and this time they also see the source of it sitting on the top of their trailer.
You guys are...
As they spot this creature, they all start running away in fear. This creature looks like a mix of a monkey and a lemur, but is quite strange. Its head was quite big, and its body proportions were quite different from anything we know. Also, while most of us might think it's computer generated, it has been reviewed by debunking experts, and they all seem to conclude that there wasn't any kind of computer generation involved in this. In this captivating video, a man is filming in the dense woods of the Georgia mountains. As he explores, he unexpectedly comes across a large, brown, hairy creature walking on two legs, reminiscent of the legendary Bigfoot. The creature moves calmly and seemingly unaware of being filmed, navigating through the trees with a sense of purpose. The video offers a few seconds of zoomed-in footage. The resemblance to Bigfoot is striking, raising questions and excitement about the possibility of an actual sighting. In my personal opinion, seeing a video like this, especially if you often walk in the woods, can be quite unsettling. The thought of coming across a creature like Bigfoot, even if just a remote possibility, adds a sense of unease and mystery to any forest adventure. In this surveillance video, we witness a scene on a sidewalk during the late evening or night. The footage shows a man walking, with another man trailing a few meters behind. The setting is quiet, the street dimly lit. Suddenly, the man in front stops, and at that precise moment, the man behind him reaches out and touches his shoulder, prompting him to turn around. This simple act of intervention miraculously saves him from being hit by what seems to be a truck's back door, swinging open unexpectedly. What makes the video truly intriguing is what happens next. The man who did the saving disappears just as suddenly as he appeared. It's as if he had some foreknowledge of the impending danger, although there's no clear way he could have seen it coming. This video leaves an unsettling feeling, especially considering the mysterious disappearance of the man who intervened. It's as if he was there at the right moment for just the right reason, and then vanished into thin air. Do you believe in such coincidences? In this intriguing video, a woman is filming her family's shooting practice in a wooded area in the mountains. Her child and husband are aiming at bottles, creating a typical outdoor recreational scene. Above them, the distinct sound of a helicopter circling can be heard, adding a layer of curiosity to the setting.
Try!
You got it!
You gonna try the shotgun?
It's unclear what the helicopter is searching for, but its presence suggests something out of the ordinary. As the family continues their activity, the camera captures something unexpected in a snowy area a bit further from them. A large brown hairy creature is seen darting from one tree to another, seemingly trying to hide. Its appearance and movements closely resemble those commonly associated with Bigfoot. Watching this video, I can't help but feel a sense of unease, wondering about the true nature of the creature and why the helicopter was in the area. In this nighttime surveillance video, we first see the exterior of a house where a bear unexpectedly approaches, getting alarmingly close. The scene then shifts to an interior camera, showing a man asleep on the couch. He is suddenly awakened by a noise, the sound of the bear opening the door. Startled, the man stays put, trying to make sense of the situation. The bear, displaying unusual boldness, enters the house a second time, this time sticking only its head through the now open door. At this moment, the man realizes what's happening. He springs into action, turns on the lights, and bravely confronts the bear. Through his efforts, he eventually manages to persuade the bear to leave. This encounter is both bizarre and unsettling. Bears are known to venture close to human habitats, but entering a house is particularly audacious. In this video, a man is filming an expedition inside a dense jungle with a group of companions. One of them, positioned ahead, is preparing to cut something from a tree. Suddenly, without any warning, a gorilla bursts out from behind the tree, startling everyone in the group. The gorilla stands its ground, appearing as if it's ready to attack, creating a tense and frightening moment. The surprise appearance of the gorilla and its imposing stance understandably scare the men. Gorillas, while generally not aggressive, are incredibly powerful animals and can be unpredictable, especially when they feel their territory is being invaded or threatened. This encounter shows the importance of being cautious and respectful when venturing into such areas. This video, captured by a surveillance camera outside a house at night, shows a mysterious scene. The camera records a figure that appears to be a young woman in a white dress, walking from the corner of the house and heading out of the courtyard. What's particularly intriguing about this figure is its slightly translucent appearance, yet it remains quite visible in the camera's night vision. The image of the woman-like figure, especially her translucent nature, lends an eerie quality to the footage. It raises questions about whether it could be something supernatural or just a trick of the light or camera. For me, seeing something like this on a surveillance video can be quite unsettling, especially at night. This video, captured by a surveillance camera in a child's room at night, reveals an eerie occurrence. We can see a baby sitting awake in the crib. Suddenly, on the other side of the room, a humanoid, translucent figure appears and crosses the space. The figure's ghostly appearance and the way it moves through the room provoke questions about its nature. Is it a ghost? Or could it be a simple glitch in the camera's recording? The image of this translucent figure in a child's room at night is particularly unsettling. The idea that it could be a ghost stirs up feelings of fear and curiosity, especially in such a vulnerable setting. While it's possible that this could be a camera malfunction or an optical illusion, the idea of a ghostly presence can't be easily shaken off. Such footage leaves a lingering sense of unease and wonder about the unexplained phenomena that sometimes occur around us. In this video, a woman in Peru captures a mysterious sight on her camera, zooming in on a mountain's peak. The image is somewhat unclear due to the zoom, but she manages to film several silhouettes atop the mountain. Initially, these figures could be mistaken for humans, but as one of them stands, it becomes evident that they are extraordinarily tall, almost gigantic in stature. The woman filming seems genuinely frightened by these towering figures, but continues to record. The video then splits into two parallel screens, with one side labeling the figures as aliens. One silhouette, particularly slender and towering, stands out prominently on a rock, adding to the mystery. This footage, especially with the suggestion of aliens, leaves a sense of wonder and unease. The height and build of these figures are unlike any typical human, raising questions about their true nature. Were they humans, giants, or something else? In this video, a man in a forest captures a peculiar sight. He zooms in on a strange figure nestled between tree branches. The figure appears black, possibly hairy, with two distinct yellow eyes, and an unnerving smile. The entire video is centered on this enigmatic creature. Throughout the footage, the figure remains eerily stationary, not altering its position, which adds to the unsettling nature of the video. The close-up shot makes it difficult to determine whether this is an animal or something else entirely. The static nature of the figure, coupled with its striking features, creates a sense of unease and mystery. This video leaves a lingering, unsettling feeling, primarily due to the creature's steady, unblinking gaze and peculiar smile. In this gripping video, we follow the perspective of a police officer on a mission in a dark house, accompanied by a colleague. They use flashlights to navigate the dim environment. As they cautiously descend the stairs, a sudden noise, like something falling from a nearby room, startles them.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Right now! Trinidad King 1, did you copy that?
Upon investigating, they find nothing out of the ordinary at first. However, the tension escalates when they enter a room and initially see nothing. But then, chillingly, the figure of a young girl with her face obscured by black hair emerges. The policeman yells for the girl to get on the ground, but what happens next is truly terrifying. In an instant, the girl appears right in front of the policeman and attacks him. Her movements and behavior are far from normal, suggesting something supernatural, more akin to a ghost than a human. This video leaves an unsettling impression. The sudden, inexplicable attack by the girl, who seemed to move supernaturally fast, adds a layer of horror to the situation. Nature exhibits a fascinating array of shapes and sizes, capturing our attention with its wonders. Recently, a video showcasing a little-known green hairy worm has left viewers intrigued. In the footage, we observe a worm with an elongated hairy body navigating through water, sporting a peculiar face adorned with multiple eyes and a mouth. What catches the eye is a sharp object emerging from its mouth, resembling a creature's tongue. The video, showcasing the unsettling appearance of this creature, has gained attention on social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube. The green hair on the worm seems to serve as a natural camouflage, potentially aiding in its hunting and defense strategies. Despite these observations, this creature remains shrouded in mystery. If you happen to have any information about it, we invite you to share your insights in the comments below. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.